careful because it is a little icy here. But the thing is, let me see. We're currently having light rain right now. Temperature of 30 degrees. It's really cold out, as you can see. See? A lot of steam. But it is raining. This is not like regular rain. What we're seeing right now is freezing rain. Yep. There's ice right here. And the rain that's coming down is not sleet. It is literally like liquid. The droplets that are coming on my jacket are liquid. So we are in fact having freezing rain right now. And there is no bouncing of the liquid. It is entirely frozen. But it's very light freezing rain. It's really light. And it's light enough that it's not causing too many problems right now. Like, it's not making the snow too icy. It is over here, though, making it really slippery, hard to walk on. Thankfully, the snow here, I'm still able to walk on it. But look at this car here. It's entirely frozen. I have not seen freezing rain in a very, very long time. In fact, this is actually the first time I am seeing freezing rain in years. It's been years since I last even seen freezing rain. But of course, the roads are just wet because they've been salted. And yeah, there's ice in the car. But we are having liquid precipitation at the moment. See, some of the cars are wet. Top coating is ice. But if you look closely, like, see, there's liquid, like, see? But there's still some ice here. Like, see? Here, on this car, it's just a cold liquid, see? So we are definitely having freezing rain. Check the temperature. Lately, it's 31 degrees, and we're still having freezing drizzle. We are below freezing at the moment. As you can see here, ice. Yep, we are actually below freezing right now. I'm going to check the current temperature. It's, I believe, 30 degrees. It's actually not. Scratch that. It is not 30 degrees. It's actually 29 outside. We're actually in the 20s right now. And we just had some light freezing rain came through. As you can see, the top of the car is kind of coated in a little bit of ice. Usually, these temperatures are cold enough for sleet. And even snow at this temperature would be... It's actually typical for there to be snow if temperatures are colder aloft, right? Even 4 more degrees. It's not uncommon to see snow with temperatures even in the 33, 34 degrees. We're actually 3 degrees below freezing, and we're having rain as our precip type. We're having freezing rain, but because it's light freezing rain, it's coating everything in ice. Hear that? That's all ice coating the cars. See, it looks like here, oh look, looks like a little bit of coating of water, but rub your fingers. See? Ice. There's ice coating almost all the cars. And here, it's a solid shield of ice. See that? Usually, when I was a kid, I would see precip start out as snow, then change to freezing rain. But this is the first time I've ever seen precip start out as freezing rain. If we were to get heavy precip, that would be quite impressive. And look, as you can see, water droplets means it didn't come down as sleet. It came down as rain. And when I looked out the window when the rain was coming down, I didn't hear any pinging sounds. I did see a little tiny bit of sleet earlier, but most of the precip dried up before it even reached here. I'm gonna check the radar one more time. Present moment, I'm having freezing drizzle. At the present moment, I'm just having light freezing drizzle. So, see? Again, solid shield of ice. Freezing rain has stopped, and it's now freezing drizzle. We're now having a freezing drizzle coming down, a very light freezing drizzle. Probably isn't contributing much to icing. This is probably just a trace of ice. They set up to about 1/10 of an inch. But we really just got about just a dusting of ice. That's all we got, is basically just a coating of ice. We didn't get any significant amounts of it. So that's the good news. We didn't get any significant amounts of ice, and the roads are not icy, even though we're several degrees below freezing. They pre-treated all the roads in New York City in anticipation of this ice storm, so the roads are pretty much safe. But yeah, ice is everywhere. But there's not really any coating on the trees because we got a very, very tiny amount. So yeah, we've just had a little bit of freezing rain, which has mainly ended. And it's not really slippery. And the precip has mostly ended, but there's still a little bit on radar. Most of it has stayed to our south. That's where most of the icing took place, was south of here. But and even when I'm touching the snow, I could still put my finger on it. But like when I just touch the surface, I could feel a very tiny coating of ice. And we're still having drizzle. But even though it's drizzle and it's like floating, it's still liquid, because even though the air temperature is below freezing, the layer isn't deep enough for there to be any freezing going on. It's a little slick here. There's this little slick area here, so it's a little slick, but not really. It's mostly wet. Huh. I was looking for... Oh, look at this. It's frozen ice. I was actually looking for this Year of the Ox thing. See, it's coated in ice right now. Ugh, damn it, it's coated in ice. Like, I'm looking on the trees, and I could not even notice any glaze. There's no glaze on the trees, which is good. It's like, it's not even enough to cause a glaze, so there's no damage to the trees, thankfully. The only glaze I'm noticing is on some of the leaves here. There's just a couple drops of ice. The current precipitation, let me look on my jacket, see if there's any bouncing. There is no ice coming down, it's all liquid. In fact, Yep, it's all liquid. We are getting freezing rain, a drizzle right now. Light freezing drizzle. Going back inside. We're currently having light freezing drizzle, as you can see here. No significant icing to speak of. Just a tiny glaze on some of the cars. Roads are mostly wet. Sidewalks are mostly wet. Though there was a little bit of a slick spot over there. Currently getting light freezing drizzle. Temperature 29 degrees with light freezing drizzle. It's a little slippery here. Oh, damn. Was there any sleet during the heaviest of the precip? Was there any sleet, or was it all liquid that was coming down during the heaviest of the precip? And by the way, for New York City, oh, look at that. Little icicle right there. I'm at 29 right now with freezing drizzle. Anyway, was there any sleet coming down during the heaviest of the precip, or was it just liquid precip that was freezing on the cold surfaces? Because even though I'm in the 20s, the precip that is coming down is entirely liquid. Even the drizzle is liquid. Like, it's not, even the tiny drops are not freezing for some reason in this cold environment. Like, it's 29 degrees. I would think that these little droplets would freeze, considering that even the tops of some of the skyscrapers are pretty cold. Yeah, it's talking too loud. So basically right now we're getting freezing drizzle. You can see there's some drops. No sleet, and it was all liquid precip, but and it was 20. Mix it. Wow. Do you have any photos of the glaze during the day? Have anyone lost power? I mean, I know quarter of an inch isn't a horrible amount, but areas to the west might get quite a bit of ice. In a couple days, there's going to be a really bad ice storm that's going to happen just north of New York City and to the west. And there's still a chance that the system could go further south and bring colder air in. But most of the models I've been looking at has showed warmer temps. Nice. Did you post them anywhere? I want to see. Look. Yep, this is... And we've only been getting freezing rain for like 20 minutes today. And this is already what it did. And we got almost no sleet today. It was pretty much all freezing rain and drizzle this afternoon. Well, so Monday, there's a bit of the glaze right here. There's no glaze here, but there is some here. So I'm stepping here. Yep, it's really slippery on the left side. But it's not slippery in the middle. But on the... There wasn't accumulation. Okay, that's good. Well, I'm in the 20s right now, 29 degrees where I am. But we got very little precip and the roads have been pre-treated. So there isn't much. Even the drizzle, even the tiny drizzle drops are liquid. I'm going to submit a report on MPing right now. So if you have radar scope, you might see my report. I'm going to submit a report through MPing right now. So just like in Queens, I'm in the middle of Queens, so you should see a report as of 11:22 or 11:21. Well, I just submitted a report on MPing stating freezing drizzle. The sidewalks are pretty good here. They've been pre-treated mostly, so there's no ice on most of them. No? Like right here, I'm walking on the sidewalk. Yep, it's just wet. Sidewalks are just wet. But most of the cars, it's a glaze of ice. Look at this. You could actually hear yeah, it's a sheet of ice on the cars. Please leave a thumbs up if you like the video. And I'm still well below freezing. I'm in the 20s still. We warmed up to about 30 degrees in New York City today, but it cooled back down to 29. And there is the freezing drizzle coming down. It's all liquid though. Apparently the freezing layer is very shallow. And if you look here, notice how it's striped. It's mostly water here on this car. See, some reason it's water mixed with some ice. It's a mixture of ice and water. Well, here on the top, it's a little more ice and water. Maybe this car parked more recently, but this car doesn't have much ice on it. It's a lot of water, even though it's in the 20s. Maybe the surface allowed it to stay mostly at or just above freezing. I almost slipped there. I'm going back in. There's not much more to report on. I'm going to see if there's any more sleet coming in. I'm going to look on the radar if there's any more precip coming in before I go. Well, that'll be all for now, guys. That'll be all for now, guys. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Have a good night, and I'll be streaming again tomorrow. Thank you. Please leave another thumbs up if you like this video, and subscribe if you can. Thank you. Oh, and before I go, I want to see where you posted that photos. I have photos of the trees. Hey. Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day. I could send you. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, my email, maybe on a social media platform on Facebook. I'll quickly comment my Facebook here. Hold on. Hold on. So my Facebook is, no, my email is The Weatherman. So it's one word, The Weatherman dot, Y for Yankee, A for Apple, G for Garden, U for Umbrella, D for Dog, A for Apple, Y for Yankee, E for Echo, V for Victor, at gmail.com. So it's theweatherman.yagudayev@gmail.com. Or if you want to send it to Facebook, it's just my first name, which is Andy, and my last name, Yagudayev. I'm the only one on Facebook with that name, so it's going to be pretty easy to find. Well, thank you for watching. And because I gave out my information on this stream, I might have to delete it or edit it. But thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.